Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Asagao Academy.
I'm not going to say it today because Matrik's had a trying day and he might disown me.
It's been a long day. If you've ever wondered why we always start this thing on the preferences screen, it's because the button I use to hit record is Control, Shift, and R. And Control in this game causes all the text to skip, which isn't good.
Yeah, that was very fun.
That was very fun to discover. All right. So we were playing video games with PBG.
And we were kicking his ass.
We did pretty good.
I would say so.
All right. Let's get started then. Good Lord. John appeared over the side of his bed, headphones around his ears. He threw a pillow at PBG. It whizzed across the room and smacked him right in the face. He collapsed onto the floor. I squeaked and rushed to his side.
I'll save you.
Get a room.
We are in a room.
It's true. We're in a room. 4 hours later, I finally got back to my dorm. It was really fun. I wouldn't mind doing it again. I didn't realize it, but I missed PBG.
Aww.
And in the most random of ways, he ended up back in my life. It must be fate. We were meant to be friends forever, and I wasn't about to let go of him this time. Humming softly, I opened the door.
Is Maya gonna be there with Jared?
We'll find out.
I'm back.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome back to Earth. How was your trip? You were gone for days.
Mai sat at her desk, a piece of paper in front of her.
Don't be so dramatic. What are you doing? Take a look at this.
She handed the paper to me. I tilted it toward the light and began to read.
Red flower. A flower, it needs some sunlight indeed. Before it grows up, it starts as a seed. Its a potential is great, but first there is fear, a shadow that's wandering near. Will it blossom, I wonder? My heart is so pure. This relationship flower is a metaphor. 'Cause if I shall grow from finding the rain, her red petals emerge, sweeping over my heart's terrain.
Really?
Another one.
Yeah, that one's got to be about my side.
Just as vague as the first. At this rate, like, we'll never figure out who wrote them or who they're talking about. Are we sure this isn't a joke? I mean, this is so bad.
Mai jumped out of her chair and came to look over my shoulder.
Wow.
Well, it is bad enough to be a joke, but like, this would be a lot of effort just to make fun of us. It's not like they can see our reactions either, so what's really in it for them? Maybe they want us to get invested, or they'll invite us to confess.
Mai laughed.
You think they wanted to make us fall in love with them?
I shrugged.
If they did, they should have written something better than this baloney. She's going to be
I
upset
know.
at herself when she finds out it's Jared.
She'd be like, Jared, I loved them.
They were so magical. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Mai went back to her desk and pulled out a book. Senpai Noticeability 101. How to catch and keep an older man.
That's incredible.
I wonder who that could be in reference to.
It could be the mysterious poem writer.
I doubt it. I mean, it is, but she doesn't know it.
There's nothing we can do about it, short of interrogating everyone we know, so we might as well let it alone. Yeah.
Now, I feel like before, Mai would have been the one to like, man, we have to get to the bottom of this.
Oh, I know. She's like mellowed down.
Yeah. I didn't want to sit and wait for something to be done about this. The first one was so bad it was hilarious. Neither of us really took it seriously. But now that there's another one, it raised too many questions. How much longer would this continue? What was it building to? Who sent it? And were their feelings genuine? I wanted to know. I'd never been good at waiting for answers. I was the kind of person who asked what was happening in a movie when it hadn't told us what was going on. I wanted answers.
Hey.
Maybe I can ask the other girls in the dorm. Someone might have seen who did it. Ha!
She didn't even look up from her book.
If anyone saw it, they've had read it too. They'd have taken it or would have already been asking about it.
It's actually a fair point.
The girls here are like way too nosy, and we live too close together for them to just let it be. Couldn't hurt.
I blew her hair impatiently.
If you want to waste your time, like, go ahead.
I sighed. She was right. I had other things I needed to do. My eyes slid over to my cell phone, which I left charging on my desk. There were only 4 weeks left until the tournament. I folded the note into a neat square and shoved it back in the back of my drawer, out of sight.
How was hanging out with PBG? It was fun.
Mai glanced at me over the top of her book.
What? Nothing. Tell me, did PBG mirror your movements in any way?
What?
Mirror?
My gaze drifted from her face to the book in her hands.
You've got to be kidding me. PBG and I are not like that. Well, did he?
Now she's thinking about it. He was sitting next to me the whole time, and, well, he did get really close to me after a while. He was so warm, and it was nice to lean against him. But that was just because he made me feel safe.
I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention.
Mai was watching me closely, and now she lifted her chin into the air as she turned away.
Okay, whatever you say. I believe you. You two are friends and nothing more. Yeah, well, good. We really are, though. He's like a brother to me. He's safety, not love.
Oh.
That's sad.
Mai grunted.
Sucks to be him. Pardon? Nothing. You're friends then. Yeah.
Did she think he had a crush on me? I mean, no. I picked up my phone and loaded the puzzle game, trying to ignore the strange sinking feeling in my chest. I didn't have time for this. There was a tournament to win.
Time to get to work.
Oh, that was fast. Chapter 3. Judging by the expression on his face, something's about to go wrong.
Go, PBG.
I stood atop my seat on the bleachers, screaming my throat hoarse. It's funny now.
I can't believe people think I'm the loud one. I should have brought earplugs.
That was me.
Oh, sorry.
I should have brought earplugs. Asagao was playing another game today. After the loss so early in the season, they couldn't afford another one. The score was tied 1-1, and there were only a few minutes left until halftime. PBG called the team into a huddle where they stood, heads bowed and necks tense.
I really don't want a repeat of last time. None of us do, but it's okay if it happens. It's just high school soccer.
Uh-huh. Don't let PBG catch you saying that. He's more than just the captain of the team.
He can be a little obsessive.
A little? You don't know the half of it. You haven't known him as long as I have. I glared at him and he held his hands up in self-defense. Can't blame me for stating the facts, ma'am. And you can't look at me like that. I'm your class president. I'll throw you in the brig.
Won't vote for you this year.
Man, she's getting saucy.
I like it.
Ouch. Man, I thought you were nice. My point is, it's better that we win, for everyone's sake.
Care to elaborate further?
Paul shook his head and pointed to the field. Asagao was taking up their position again. There was 1 minute left on the clock. The ball was in Asagao's possession, and Dean was dashing forward on the field. 2 players came at him, trying to take the ball from him. Dean looked around in a panic. He wasn't the best at avoiding danger. PBG raised his hand from across the field, running towards Dean. Dean passed the ball to him, a perfect pass. If PBG got it, he'd be able to score. There was no one in his way.
PBG, go!
But the ball went between his legs and into the possession of the other team. Asagao sprinted across the field trying to prevent another goal, but PBG stood where he was, apparently in shock.
PBG, what are you doing? Move, PBG. They're going to score on us. Come on.
But he didn't move. Polite applause sputtered throughout the stadium and halftime was called. McJones put a hand on PBG's shoulder and he finally snapped out of it, looking at the score. His eyes grew wide. McJones gave him a shove towards the bench and PBG was shaking his head. Let himself be led there. God, that did not go well.
They can still come back from it.
They still can. When halftime was over, the team headed back onto the field without PBG. He sat on the bench watching the game with his hands covering his mouth.
Well,
Let's hope we win. We did. With PBG on the sidelines, it was much easier for him to catch the plays of the other team and call for timeouts to counter them. In the end, his direction led the team to victory, even if his playing did not.
Come on, we should go congratulate him. Should we?
Oh, I don't think so.
They won, didn't they?
Yeah, I have a feeling he's going to be upset.
Uh-huh.
You can go ahead if you want. I'm going to head back. Got to work on that big campaign speech, you know? But maybe if he seems kind of out of it, you should give him some space.
See you later.
Sure, see you later.
Paul, wait.
Not gonna go well.
No, just leave him alone. Let him do his thing. Talk to him after the game. Or like after, things blow over.
After his meltdown.
Right. Paul waved and headed off. Mai and I waited through the crowd and stood behind the bench where PBG was finishing up the speech to his team. Amazing. I've never been prouder. We've never been more of a team than today. Go have fun tonight. Tomorrow we'll have practice, same as usual. We're going after the Mirai Strikers next week, so we can't let ourselves get complacent. See you guys then. He dismissed the team and turned to the bench. For a split second, there was a look I had never before seen on his face. Then he saw us.
hey.
Oh, you came again.
Yeah, congratulations on winning.
Uh-oh. The team did great, didn't they?
All thanks to your direction.
He shook his head.
Well,
There's no saying what would have happened if the team did really well.
Do you want to go get ice cream or something? We should celebrate.
No, any other time I would. I mean it, but I have homework I should catch up on. I've been neglecting it lately.
You always neglect it.
It's about time I should catch up then. I'll see you some other time, Hana. He grabbed his duffel bag and headed off the field.
That's not where Bluebell House is. He's really not doing well, is he? No, he's not. But it seems like he wants to be alone. Oh God, what is it? What's the answer?
Okay. I mean, my instinct before we talked to him was like, no, just leave him alone.
I'm more for the second one, but I'm a fixer.
Okay. Yeah, no. Okay, so here's why leave him alone is the answer, because I would want to be left alone in that situation.
See, I wouldn't want to be.
Right, but he's a guy.
Are you saying I'm not?
I would hope not at this point, unless there's something I should know. I think we leave him alone.
I'll leave it to your judgment.
All right. We're gonna take the male perspective and let's leave him alone.
I don't like it, but I guess he made his decision.
Mai smiled at me.
Yes. Oh, nothing. I'm just happy to see my little Hana growing up so fast. Pardon?
She clapped a hand on my shoulder and pushed me back towards campus.
Come on, dinner's like almost ready. Or almost over, and I want a hot dog.
Together, in the dying sunlight, we walked to the cafeteria. Still, I couldn't stop worrying about what was going on with PBG. I'd be able to talk to him tomorrow. No use worrying about it until then.
He's not going to show up to class.
A few days went by, and at first, everything seemed fine. PBG wasn't acting any different from usual, aside from the occasional brooding look or nervous twitch. Class started to get harder as we neared midterms, and Shizuka was taking no prisoners.
Miss Santos, sit up straight. Yes, Miss Shizuka, sorry.
Wow. As time passed, she seemed to only get angrier and angrier. Mai said yet another guy had dumped her, but I wasn't so sure. Asagao Academy had a huge reputation to fill. There was a reason it was known as a rich kid school after all. They accepted scholarship students like me to help pull up the grades of the students who got in purely because of money. The rest of the students were accepted based on merit, a combination of talent, looks, and smarts. If the academy fell in its ranking, the more well-to-do families would pick a better school to send their children to. That would be devastating for them. So, midterms were a big deal. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, who's sleeping?
A gentle snoring filled the classroom, steadily growing louder. Uh-oh. Students were glancing around trying to locate its source.
It's gonna be PBG. Yeah, PBG?
PBG sat straight as a stick in his desk, his eyes closed. Why would PBG have fallen asleep? There weren't any extra practices the normal boots clubs were having, nor the soccer team. I waved emphatically to Shane, who began to prod PBG in the side. Turnips.
Uh-oh.
Miss Shizuka stalked over to the desk and slammed a ruler across its surface. Ugh.
Mr. Butter Gamer, I do believe you could use some help staying awake.
No, sorry, I was just, up studying too late, so...
Quiet!
She slammed the ruler against his desk again, then leading towards him until their faces were an inch apart. For an instant, I thought they would kiss.
I hate men who lie.
She straightened up and pointed to the back of the classroom.
Perhaps standing would help keep you awake.
Yes, ma'am. PBG stood and slunk to the back of the room as giggles skittered across the class.
Oh, do I hear a few people wanting to join him?
Whew. The giggles silenced immediately.
If I hear any more interruptions, you will all have a 12-page paper to turn in tomorrow morning. Holy shit. Shut up!
Shut up.
It's a secret.
The rest of the class passed comparatively uneventfully as we united in the universal desire to not have homework. Never had I more strongly felt I belonged at Asagao. PBG stood in the back like a solemn soldier staring at the blackboard, hardly even blinking. Wait. He wasn't blinking? As the bell rang, I sprang out of my seat and went to PBG.
Whoa. Did he like draw eyeballs on himself?
He drew eyes on his eyelids? More than that, he'd fallen asleep standing up.
PBG, wake up.
I shoved him. I didn't mean it. Please don't take Pixel.
What? Huh?
What? He blinked at his surroundings, then looked down at me. Oh, Hana, it's so nice to see you right when I wake up. Man, this day is going to be good.
It's lunchtime and we're already in class.
He squinted, glancing around him. Oh, so we are.
Why are you so tired? Is there something you need help with?
He scratched the back of his head, then smiled. Nope. I thought you were doing the eye thing again.
The eye thing?
Yeah, falling asleep standing up is PBG's specialty.
This has happened before.
Oh, yeah, you see, there was this one time when we were crossing the Atlantic on a boat and I needed a coat rack for Jacques to stand on. So I just used him.
What?
It was only for 3 weeks.
3 weeks? John, are you insane?
I gave him bathroom breaks. What, you think I'm a monster? PBG yawned and glanced at the clock. I think I'm going to take lunch by myself today. If I take a nap now, I can last through the rest of the class.
But are you sure? I can at least watch over you. You don't want the continued boys drawing something on your face.
Again. No, it's fine. Really, I'm okay. With that, he slipped out of the classroom.
John, has he been sleeping well?
Yeah, I think so. It's just sleep, Hana. Half the kids in this class are perpetually sleep deprived. You don't have to be so worried.
Well, yeah, but...
This happens with him every now and then. In a while, he'll be back to normal.
If you say so.
Well, I do. Yeah. Come on, let's get lunch.
I feel like we should have talked to him.
I feel like we should save and in the video.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I was waiting for an argument on that.
Nah, I'm not very argumentative tonight. Like I said, you've had a trying day.
All right.
I'm trying to be a good co-host tonight, not push your buttons.
Crap. All right, so I'm going to try to fit as many of these in tonight as I can.
Don't worry, the Cheese Academy's coming back.
Oh, boy. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, do please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.